Throw Gang, we are joined by the Call His Tim's Greg Norman in 1996 because they be choking, Lauren Schlossman, and myself. Bleep, beep, 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 beep. James Harris, welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys, with today's full episode only available on
Patreon.com/throwingfits. That was a baker's dozen of slurs that had to be beeped, dude. You should
Call
be nicer.
back.
You should be nicer to yourself, man.
Call back to for the patrons only, little Friday fiasco. Before we get into wedding anniversary feasts, the new blood at Valentino, and dating apps jumping the shark. Let's get to a fit check.
What did you wear today, James?
Why don't you go first? I just talked a lot.
I wore Tim's to the crib.
Choked. Is this going to be a Timbo fall for Big L?
Well, we talked about it. We'll talk about it later this week. But no, just because we were talking about it, I'm like, oh, it's shitty out. Let me fucking choke those bad boys.
Is it because we had a very New York guest on this week, named to be revealed soon, and you're just like, yo, dead ass B, I got a fucking
dead ass B.
I mean, I
had to bust out the yuttas.
Yeah, I'm valid unless I got the fucking ankles choking like a Diddy victim.
I am wearing thready socks. I have on vintage Levi's silver tabs, a Maxim Henry Western belt. The kit is Palace Umbro. Happy 100 years to our good friends at the Double Diamond. Up top, I have on the Metalwood Rippin' Lips cap, Rolly on the wrist, wedding ring on the fingy, wifey on the pinky, chrome on the other hand, hydro flask full of Greenpoint's finest, and I got Supreme Hanes Real Tree boxer briefs on my cock and balls.
What was the coat?
Oh, Noah Barber.
With the Popeye in the back?
No. No, just one of the nylon joints. I forget. We were so mean to that. I mean, that was terrible. Hey, we heard you like Barbers and Popeye, so we put a fucking baby cartoon on your jacket.
That's the Popeye sound, right?
Yeah. Basically.
I say, I want some spinach. I don't know.
That's, now is that a Miller's Crossing fucking Popeye's crossover?
Yeah, I
don't know if it's when does Popeye take place?
Like the 20s, bro.
World War II?
I feel like he's like
no?
Yeah, I feel like he's like mad like anti-Japanese, right?
Some racist.
My uncle for a long time used to like joke with me that my parents almost named me Bluto, which is the name of the bad guy.
Yeah.
Which I found was a joke. Thank God.
Yeah.
That would have been
also
brutal.
Fucking what's his face? R.I.P. a dead bitch from Animal House. The character. What's his face? Belushi, yeah, Bluto, the character.
Okay,
that's his,
right.
you know. What do you wear, bud?
All right. Upstairs, I was wearing Throwing Fits DMA boots. The collab that keeps on giving.
You and Ezra, dude.
I know. Vampy Week boys stand up.
Only God was above us and only TFDMA was below us.
Is the new Vampire Weekend going to take like a religious turn?
No, they've always had. I mean, I thought the Modern Vampires of the City was like pretty religious. I think this is, I don't know. You were like, are people, because you're not a huge, you're an Ezra guy.
Yeah.
But in terms of Vampire Weekend, you ain't
until they get Heems, Despot, and Danny Brown on the remix.
Yeah.
Then I'll be tuning in. But yeah, I'm not chef level, Vampy Weeks type of guy. You know, it sounds about white.
The new songs are pretty good. The highlight so far is Mary Boone. Check it out if you haven't already.
Song of the Summer?
I don't know if it has Song of the Summer potential, but it is quite the composition. Congrats to our friends at Vampire Weekend. Ezra, please come on the show to promote it.
Much like fashion, I feel like the Song of the Summer trope doesn't really exist anymore, bro. Sounds like a dominant archetype.
Yeah. Well, there's a song of like every week during the summer, right?
Yeah.
So it's songs of the summer, plural.
Yeah. Versus the boys of the summer. Shout out the Brooklyn Bums.
Socks.
I don't remember what my socks are. They're just like Amazon. You just search like athletic socks on Amazon and just whatever. You know, I got a 24 pack of them. The jeans are our legacy Digi denim wrapped in some sort of shiny foil.
Mm-hmm. Yo, read about our denim takes in Vogue Business. Yesterday.
I had the lead and you had the kicker.
Nice,
balance.
Yeah, I guess we're denim experts because like we're not, but I guess we're fashion experts.
I've been getting a lot of like, oh, it's the pants guys. I'm like, what?
Maybe we lean too hard into that bit.
Yeah, the bit defines you.
But we're always available for a header and a kicker.
Yeah,
you know where to fucking find us.
I love a good header. But the one thing that I wish had gotten included was like talk about the next trend, which was, in my opinion, weird denim, where it's like, okay, the fit is going to be, to the baggy side of 501s, all the way out to like not in Janko's territory, but like I feel like I skew a little baggier than you.
Not today, baby.
Not today?
No, these are huge, dude.
Okay. I mean, these are pretty big too.
Yeah.
What are these, silver tabs?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Thank you for making that painfully clear. They are silver tabs.
What are these, silver tabs?
Silver tabs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Glad we got that the first time.
From 194.
Oh, am I being mean to you? Fuck. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
On your birthday?
You think I'm keeping track? My birthday.
April Fools. I'm being mean to you as a joke.
Oh, wow. Great save, dude. My birthday is the 6th if anyone wants to get their well wishes ready.
Today's opposite day, so me being mean to you is actually being nice to you, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Just why don't you appreciate that for once?
Yeah, wow. My bad.
Okay, so weird denim in quotes, which Robbie, come on. I know the personal order. I know it should have hit down by now. Like the digi-print, jeans wrapped in weird materials. I wish that had kind of gone in there, but maybe it's saving for another piece. I don't know.
Seemed like it was more about width because it's like this is the big skinny jean is trying to fucking weasel their skinny ass into the fucking conversation, and it's less about weirdness and more about size.
I know, twinks to the back door.
Rude.
That's not a homophobic thing. The t-shirt, it's Betsy vintage.
Betsy.
Let me just flash the titty one time.
Flash the titty.
Betsy vintage.
Last night we let the titty speak.
And this quarter zip, or Carter zip as you pronounce it, is MF Pen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Gerd. Thank you for the pack. We'll get into the destruction of mine right out the gate later.
I wish I had known that you destroyed it because he followed up and he's like, yo, did Larry get his Johns? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, so he's good? I'm like, yeah, he's good. He doesn't. I was like, because he thought that I kept everything for myself. I'm like, no, Larry got his Johns.
Well, James promoted everything for both of us. Thank you.
Okay.
But no, that was no. I
wish I'd known that it got whatever. We'll talk about it later. The coat is Axis Folk Technologies.
Throwback.
Kyle Ing's brainchild before current brainchild, Brain Dead, which honestly, before its time. And I think if he put it out now, it would fucking smack. You know how I talk about
3.0.
Okay, now you're being condescending to me for some reason.
No, I'm saying Gorp 3.0.
Well, it's actually Gorp 0.1.
I'm saying if it came out today, it could be like the leader of the next wave of Gorp, which
I think it would fit solidly to Gorp 2.0 actually.
Okay.
Where it's like it's more climbing influenced than like I don't know,
hiking,
like skiing or like
okay.
Yeah, like more climbing shit.
Do you think of like
climber
Arc as a skiing? I guess they have skiing stuff. All these brands have like skiing stuff, but
I think it's more of like a shitty weather, cold and performance, cold and wet
rain,
performance.
Yeah, for sure. Versus Patagonia, which is like that's for the fucking trails, kind of. At least in my mind.
Well, that's literally why
though they make a million products.
Fucking Yvonne made it.
Yeah,
Patagonia, right? Was for like the approach and the fucking après
and the descent.
Peaks and valleys.
Up and down, high and low, literally and figuratively.
Shadows and dust.
You know what's weird about today? I feel like we don't do this, but we are dressed fairly similarly in terms of like the corduroy collar outdoors piece and then the big jeans and then boots.
And the boots. I mean, the weather dictates, the fit first and foremost.
But we normally never really, we always joke about like, oh, don't wear this. I'm wearing this today. The pretext so we don't come coupled up. But like today was just kind of like on the same wavelength.
Well, I wore this combo last week and got a bunch of like nice comments on it. I was like, all right, let me just wear it for the People's Champ. Let me just run it back on the fit pick. And then you pulled up in your Popeye Noah Barber. And I was like, you know what? Because normally I will like dress, because you pull up, I'll have to kind of like dress based on like counteracting what you have brought to the table already, because I don't want to necessarily dress similarly.
Right.
But I was like, I'd already predetermined this in my head.
Nice.
So unfortunately I got some pants in the mail that I was excited to wear, but they don't fit.
Damn.
Because it is a UK, I guess a UK 32 is a US 27.
That's a tough look, dude.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of vanity?
Shame.
Shame sizing. Is that a good title? Shame sizing?
Sure, yeah.
You want to throw that down so you don't forget?
Yeah.
Shame. Oh, yes. I love a pair of jeans that make me hate everything about myself. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye out for other possible.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to get it down while we're still, cooking up.
The sunglasses were Sun Buddies, and I forgot to wear any of my fucking jewelry, and I'm wearing Hanes boxers, even though we are in the midst of laundry day. But the people off camera or can't see that's off camera is I'm about halfway done. I'm done folding, halfway done putting shit away. What do you think of my technique?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just like, I feel like
it looks
your laundry day
organized.
process, one's laundry day process is a very intimate, factor in one's life that like normally outsiders or other people outside the home don't really get the privilege or like, I don't know, voyeuristic pleasure of peeping.
Yeah, we got all the socks in a pile here. We got all the hand towels there. We got all the tees, and I think, was that pillowcases? What are we looking at there? Those tees?
What are you pointing at?
Oh, those are all t-shirts right there?
Those are all t-shirts. So we got the socks, we got the hand towels and cum rags, we got the gym stuff is drying on a chair.
Yeah.
A broken chair that broke when he came and potted with us.
Do you think that actually happened?
Absolutely. It was him.
God damn, bro.
I know. Another clue for the fucking sleuths out there.
I mean, everyone figured it out. No thanks to you dry snitching.
Oh, it was your reaction that gave it away.
Bro, your pun.
I gave a little Easter egg.
Obvious.
A little Easter egg, and you just go, oh, Jesus Christ.
I didn't say anything, but
Jesus Christ. You're the fucking Jesus foo, bro. Jesus Christ.
I didn't say anything,
Happy
but
Easter, Jesus Christ.
But my reaction said it all.
It said it all.
Can I give you one?
We have t-shirts, and then we have t-shirts that I like wear to the gym, and then we have a bunch of blankets and towels that I had to throw on my bed. What's your piece of advice?
One piece of constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So the tees look like are they going to get folded again once no, that's it. They're very long. I fold my tees one more time, like in half.
Yeah, that's too many folds for me.
Really?
Yeah.
And that way too, you can see, like I have them, and then when they're in the drawer, you can see like based on the logo or whatever, the front of it, you can see what tee it is.
Right.
Versus like, this is one of 10 white tees. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my issue is that I always end up just wearing the same like 6 t-shirts.
Oh, bro, that is... And that's what Jenna hates this is, I don't know how many tees you think you own, but if you had to estimate, under 150.
Oh, way under.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. I probably have somewhere in there.
That's a lot.
3 triple dig. Yeah.
Wow. That's too many.
Oh, way too many. And again, I wear probably, 5, 6, a handful.
Yeah. Fuck.
I need more
sucks.
tees. I need more tees to keep up with the Joneses.
I just bought a t-shirt from Fantasy Explosion. Kevin had a little blowout sale.
I was going to say, the line looked crazy.
Yeah, I went on Sunday because I saw the line. Well, I had too many obligations on Saturday, but I went Sunday and scooped some shit. The bin still had heat, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't have shit that would be cold.
I know, but I feel like it had been picked through so hard by that crazy line on Saturday. Yo, it's getting to be that season, buddy.
Which is?
I don't know, just stuff happening.
Back outside, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Studio sales, closet sales, fucking purges,
hopefully
fucking
a bazaar somewhere
collabs,
in there.
activations, fucking grills, fucking pull-ups, fucking pop-outs.
If you are listening and you work at a brand with a lot of money and you would love to sponsor the men's shopping event of the season, again, you know where to fucking find us.
Bang our motherfucking line.
Goddamn motherfucking right.
Let's get into another episode of the only podcast that matters. Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick. Something I did want to show you, I have it folded over there, is my newest jawn, not just what I got from Fantasy Explosion, but shout out David at MSG. He flowed me and Oliver from Bernie some Knicks tickets as a nice little return, thank you for getting him and his whole fam in Bernie's and allowing them to experience greatness.
Had David never been before?
I don't think so. Or maybe not with his family. And it's a big group, right? And remember we were joking how when we're on the Super Bowl trip, it's like, oh yeah, we only get Rangers tickets. And then some really hot influencer with 800,000 followers was like, oh, I get Knicks tickets all the time. I love watching them score touchdowns. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I know David. Feet on wood. Yeah. We're like, oh shit, dude. Well, I will say right now, what a time to be a Rangers fan and a Knicks fan. Everyone's playing great. Yeah, dude, I'm getting Rangers playoff tickets. David, if you're listening, please mark them down. James and I are trying to pull up.
The bandwagon welcomes you, brother. What I was going to say is that
I bandwagoned a couple years ago, so I feel like now I can just be a real fan.
What I was going to say is that I've said this before. I think that if there is a time where you and I truly get fucking fuck you money, which is never going to happen, but I think that sports tickets, is one of the indulgences that I will immediately be indulging
in terms of getting season tickets or something, or just going to as many games as possible.
Just fucking, the Spurs are in town. I want to see that Gumby looking motherfucker. Let me spend $6K on third row tickets or whatever. Maybe even more, to be honest.
Is a sport?
Let me hit Ronnie Feig's line and see if I can fucking touch wood.
Kith Knight. Speaking of touching wood, do you think a sporting event is a good first date?
No, hell no.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, again, you're going to talk to me a lot about the dating world right now, the status of the dating world. And I was just like, oh, huh. Because I went with Jenna to a Rangers playoff game when they were playing the Devils last year. And
yeah, but it wasn't your first date.
No. No, I understand. Really wasn't? Thanks, dude. But she was having so much fun, and I can see how, again, especially hockey, which we both agree is one of the best live sports, if not the best.
I think it is hockey and baseball are 1A, 1B.
Oh, hell no.
I know that you don't appreciate the beautiful game because you're a fucking Red Sox fan from North Jersey. Really cool.
You don't know ball, brother.
Then basketball, then
yeah,
probably some other sports, probably like water polo, fucking track and field,
handball,
WNBA,
ping pong,
WNBA, then NFL.
Yeah, I would go 1A.
Except when you're there with the swoosh.
Sure, 100%. And it's the fucking Super Bowl.
It's the big game.
When you're doing coke with Leo in a box.
Okay.
Nah, because of the Leo Jumbotron,
right.
That was the meme.
Look at the Super Bowl. Your boy.
As big as the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Bum! I think I'll go 1A, 1B hockey, basketball.
Okay.
But because she was having so much fun, it was so infectious, that enthusiasm of being there in person, I can see how it could maybe translate to like a kind of baller first date.
Not a first date, I don't think. Because like
third.
The thing is that like if you're having a great time, if your team's winning, if you're getting into it, your emotions run high, right? Which isn't necessarily like you don't necessarily want to like be screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering on date one. And like something happened on Monday night.
Cycle the puck.
Yeah.
She's like, oh,
dump
God.
it, dump it, dump it. Fourth line.
I got something I could dump on you later.
Oh my God. Trying to get that into that Shesterkin. Slip one past the goalie.
Get the Shesterkin twerking.
It's just something happened where it's like if I was on a first date, it would have probably not been. It might have been a good look. Okay. A bucket list item at a sporting game, I think for anyone, is catching a foul ball.
Oh yeah.
Right beneath that, catching a T-shirt. And Monday night,
standing in the line of fire.
And Monday night, I caught my second T-shirt ever at a Knicks game.
Woo! Give it up for this guy.
I think that my age is showing a little bit because like when I first caught one 8 years ago, and I still have, and I still wear it to the gym. It says like Pride. It wasn't a gay pride thing, but it just says like Knicks Pride. And somebody once asked me, "Yo, is that a gay pride Knicks shirt?"
Pride for being a Knicks fan when we were down bad.
Oh, real bad. That one I OBJ'd it with one hand. Handful of tendies, didn't drop a single thing.
Amazing.
This time, see it coming. I'm like,
were you trying to like, yo? I mean, like, were you doing that? Like,
not
me,
really.
me.
Not a little bit. Not too crazy. And I didn't even see the person throw it, but all of a sudden out of the corner, just.
Oh, not a gun, a toss.
A toss. I was too close for the gun. Too close for the gun. Unless they fucking just like.
Oh yeah, how are your
mowed
seats?
Down the first row.
How are your seats?
Really fire. I think like 10, 12 rows back, and then Hugo Mendoza was with his boy Will and our boy Will from Wim, and. Now I know where I stand in relation to Hugo. They had better seats.
Hell yeah.
Better proximity to closer to the court, but the seats themselves, they're like the folding chairs with pads, whereas like Oliver and I had like the fucking real nice like loungy boys.
Sure. Who did they play and did they win?
The Pistons. They destroyed them.
Oh,
That's when DiVincenzo fucking has set the record with 11 threes.
Woo. Yeah. Oh shit, you were at that game?
Yeah.
Fire, dude. Yeah. My man was wetty.
I know. Fucking sounds about white. Mm-hmm. He's white.
Well, they just found out that fucking Harkenstein is black.
Yeah.
That's crazy that it had never been addressed, and that's like some like crazy like bombshell.
Well, he's not light skin, he's bright skin.
I love that. I wonder if he came up with that.
Do you think he says it?
Oh, he can. But that is, when you're bright skin, that's like
if he's not 7 foot 280 muscle, and he's just a normal sized guy looking like that, you think he could say it as a normally built human?
Bright skin? No, as a normally built bright skin, you're playing with fire, brother.
Yeah.
But shout out the roommates, man.
What was I saying? Oh, so I have a beer in my hand, Bud Light. They didn't have Bud Heavy. You remember when we go to the Rangers game? I was trying to find the one bartender that had access to Bud Heavy. I couldn't find her.
I'm trying to think of what I was drinking. Yeah, I'm not a Bud Light guy. Politics aside.
Had to. Yeah. No, Bud Light's so back, bro. Dylan Mulvaney's is anti-vax.
I'm not I don't like Bud Light.
Even though you're fucking boy,
though, no.
Is the Bud Lightsman?
I think I'm taking, oh my God, am I taking the mountains turning blue over a can that is actually blue? Maybe. I might go Coors Light.
It was honestly like, it was either that or like Stella or like Goose Island IPA. Ugh. So Bud Light it was. So I have a kind of full beer in one hand and I see it coming and it's in my left hand.
The beer.
Right? I'm a righty. No. The beer's my right hand. Priorities.
Right.
And this is where my age is showing because again, 7, 8, 9 years ago, I fucking OBJ'd that shit, one leg up in the air, fucking.
Not attendee lost. Nary attendee lost.
This time, I like lean over a little bit. I like shuffle over a little bit, hits my hand. I double bobble it.
Ooh.
And I can hear the crowd be like, ah, ah. Not the crowd, but like, the people around me.
Yeah.
Ah, ah. And I fucking spill so much beer on the two guys in front of me.
No, dude.
It wasn't a lot.
You made it rain on those hoes.
And they were like, oh, what the And I was like, yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
All right, so if it's a full beer, how much of the beer was left?
A little like slopped out. Like it really was not that much. But they were like nicely dressed two guys that like definitely weren't there for the Knicks. They were probably there for like fucking Kith night or whatever. Or just there to like fucking flex,
Yeah, okay.
They weren't real fans. And I was like, yo, my bad. Do you want me to wipe up the beer with this awesome new t-shirt I just got? And like, no, it's fine.
I'm not going to call your bluff on that.
I was like, all right, whatever. Anyway, yeah, so I caught a Knicks tee. I think bucket list item at a sports game. Catch the t-shirt.
I just think it's crazy that to have that happen to you once, pretty impressive. Bucket list, yeah, maybe for certain people, I think that plays.
Free jawn.
But the fact that you got two.
Yeah.
Damn,
and
man. Fortune favors the bold.
Fortune favors the plugs.
For real, dude. Without a doubt. Yo, congrats to you. Again,
thanks.
Give it up for fucking Big Jim, dude.
Thank you. The
Bobbles aside.
Most athletic person
on this podcast. Without a diz out.
So I was fucking, not feet on wood, but I was doing good for myself. You were eating good. You had a little 5-year wedding anniversary celebration.
Yeah, we talked a bit about it with tomorrow's guest, Ben Solomon, but I mentioned...
Talked a lot.
He talked a lot. Speaking of real fucking yappers,
that's like...
Great pod.
You know how I know when a pod is going to be good or when the guest is going to be fucking fire even before, like... After, obviously, we record another Blastic, but when Chuck goes, Chuck... who I think is the barometer for like the Throwing Fits University goes, oh, fuck yes. Yeah, I am seated.
He's going to sit his Mexican ass down and listen to all 2 hours and 20 minutes. Though I think some is getting cut.
A little bit.
Should we want to talk that real quick? Because I know we want to talk embezzlement. Or should I talk about my anniversary?
Talk about your anniversary because we weren't going to talk about that. Because you said you can't talk about your embezzlement.
No, I had a story of finessing fucking good music, dude.
Okay.
I vultured the vultures, dude. So Jen and I were, waiting for that Resi notification to get in at the grill because we've both agreed that we had a reservation at a place called, I don't know, Jenna found it like Restaurant 53. I think it's like in a fancy Asian fusion. Bad name.
Is it on 53rd Street?
Presumably. I don't know. I just said, yeah, this looks fine.
Which is like, that's where the grill is, right?
Yeah, it's similar area. So we got the notification, and third time was a charm for us, and we got in to the grill at 7:30, and wow,
what a room!
Yeah, I mean it's insane. I have not seen the pool. There was an event happening there. I can't speak on that, but the grill, holy shit! And you and I were like joking a bit before off mic, where it's like, okay, sure, you go to Carbone, the food's fine. But ultimately, like that doesn't feel like even remotely a flex anymore. Where the grill, and now I can say deservedly so, the shit is fucking legit as hell.
Well, if you're gonna go somewhere for your 5-year wedding anniversary with the love of your life, you got to make sure that it's fucking flex worthy for the strangers that follow you on Instagram.com.
Yeah,
right?
I hit the napkin in the menu.
I was gonna say it's like you went classic. You didn't go duck press. You went classic napkin shot.
I did have that. Well, I'll talk about everything. So
no, what I'm saying for the photo.
Oh no, I didn't want to do like it's
that's a little too subtle.
There's so many major food group intentional Instagram moments. It's the exact opposite of Frog Club. One, in that it lives up to the hype, and then two, it's like they want you to capture the moment of the duck's soul being squeezed out of its fucking asshole,
out of its carcass.
They want you to, when the prime rib Mario Kart Bone 64 comes out, they want you to fucking snap that. And
do they do the baked Alaska? I don't know if you got that.
Oh, no, but a bunch of people that were sitting by us, I saw that whole, and even the martini pour, like a goddamn fucking soda commercial from the fucking top rope.
Did you sit at the bar for a drink beforehand?
Nah, we were running.
That's where you get some good fucking whoring. Like literally, there are sex workers that are there to they're actually old, lecherous men trying to pick up younger women in a way that is pretty gross and amazing to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if they're sex workers. Sorry. I don't know why I said that.
All work is sex work, as we've established.
That's true.
Our res was at 7:30, so at that point, while the dining room is definitely full, I don't know how it works with just walking off the street and hitting the bar, and if you can eat at the bar, and if the full menu's available, whatever. But the bar was pretty much empty. There was like 3 coworkers having like I don't
know. We like when the one time I went, we got there a little early, and we're like, oh, could we like?
Yeah, but you had a reservation, is what I'm saying.
You didn't?
No, I did. I'm saying.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I'm saying, can you just walk off the street and then go to the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that feels like the way for anyone who wants to spend a ton of money, special occasion or not. I guess that's the move.
Yeah, if you want to,
instead of hawking a resi.
If you want a $40 martini.
And I will say, I hit you ahead of time, and a bunch of people, yourself included, were like, yo, the martini, there's a whole martini menu. And I got a Vesper because I've become like a 50-50 guy, which I believe you turned me on to. I want to say we were at Servos, and their 50-50 is like, well established as
interesting, because I believe that's what
I got a Vesper.
Sham drinks.
Yeah.
And I believe that's what Brandon Mahler got when I was at dinner with him at Jeans. Is Vesper the drink of the summer? For real? For real?
Yo, so Jenna tried it and she was like, whoa. And I was
disgusting.
Like, yeah, but for me, it is like, if you want a martini and you want to, kind of get the night started off that way, the Vesper for me is like, it's like a clean, bright versus taste versus then like she got her typical extra dirty vodka martini, which I really enjoy as well. But that is what so briny and savory. It's a totally different sensation.
I'm off that shit.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Drinking?
No, just extra dirty martini.
Are you... Let me ask you a question, right? So I was talking to Giavos after you guys all went to dinner, and he talked about how... I was like, how was the night, whatever? It looked like you guys had fun. He was like, yeah, James bounced after dinner, and then Brandon stayed, and, they played their set and did the Love Club thing. Are you like in and what I said to him is I think he's kind of off partying right now. Meaning you.
Yeah, but also, no, because I went and met up with my friends at a karaoke bar.
Oh, and you got hammered.
No, I'm not saying that. I was just saying that I'm like not trying. I'm like not in my like, oh, let's get fucked up type shit anymore.
Okay. No, I was just wondering.
Yeah,
it just seems like you've been taking like it's. And I'm not criticizing. I'm saying it's like a very like mature, responsible.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I did also have 4 drinks before meeting up at Jeans. Like, what, you call me a pussy, bro? Yo, Larry's being mean to me. Larry's mean.
No. Okay, so martinis, the presentation, like I said, that big pour,
what was your fit?
Incredible.
Why are we bearing the lead here?
I wore
big jeans.
I wore a Drake's. I wore the Row loafers. I wore a Drake suit and a white moleskin pearl snap, and I was kind of doing no tie. I was kind of doing like Jenna was doing her Naomi Pierce thing, which is like her new.
She looked great.
She did. She looked spectacular. So she was doing her thing there. I was trying to do Harrison Ford in Paris. In like 1980, whatever.
Who was in Paris?
Harrison Ford.
Harkenstein.
Ford's in Paris, and we go in gorilla. So that was the fit.
I know what your fit was because not only do I follow both you and your wife on Instagram,
right?
A friend of mine sent me a photo.
What?
Saturday around like I don't know when I don't have her timestamp. Sent me a photo of you and Jenna sitting.
Wait, we got papped?
Sitting Roman style in the corner table. It looks like were you near the waiter station?
Yes. But I like that corner. I like that corner sitch. I like that. That's nice.
Well, that's the thing about the grill is like it's theater.
It's like, how we sit. I like this.
How is the room? Like how are the people? Besides my friend that you didn't notice.
Wait, so what? So she was
pap photo of at Sartorially Inc. at the grill.
Okay.
And I reply, how loud was he? Because earlier in the week, I was told that you were asked to quiet down at a bar. If you
no, not even just bar, the back room of Finelli's, which is probably why I was even trying to. I couldn't even hear myself talk.
Everyone else could. If you're being asked to hush,
but this is what happens to me. We know this
at a bar, though. That's really fucking crazy.
I was really hoping that wouldn't make its way back to you.
That is crazy.
I was like, I'm not going to mention this on the pod. Fuck. Especially since every time I've been at Finelli recently, I've perjured myself and it's fucking been some
Jeff,
crazy.
Wonder why? Maybe because you're fucking screaming.
I've become a fucking blind item for some, out of pocket.
Perjured yourself because you're making like fucking misogynistic jokes at the loudest possible volume.
So was I loud at the grill? I thought I was.
How loud was he? Medium volume, but a truly impressive amount of hair gel.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
And I said LMAO.
Yeah. I need a haircut so badly, and I'm finally getting one after we stop recording here. Rob was out of town dealing with family stuff, and ain't nobody else touching my hair. So, like, obviously, he had bigger fish to fry. So I couldn't get my haircut for my anniversary, and to keep the shit under wraps. And you know, it's so funny that your friend said that because. You know, Jenna wants to take, a lot of selfies. They're all on fucking Instagram. You know, she wants to commemorate the night and go even harder than she normally would in terms of like
Did she flick up in front of the Warhols?
No, but when we walked in, there was a whole photo shoot happening from like some via an Instagram boyfriend and his extremely attractive fucking Instagram girlfriend.
Okay. How was he?
He honestly, bro, she was dressed to the nines and had like a beautiful Kelly green, like little Hermes bag. So she was crushing it. And then Jen and I were like, what is he? He was wearing like full athleisure. Bro. And I'm like, this is your fucking date night, bro?
Typical New York.
He had like joggers and APL sneakers on at the grill.
He probably thought he was like, honestly, he looked like he was sitting front row at Knicks.
Seriously, dude. It was a whole feet on wood ensemble. But on all those pictures and everything that we took, I'm like, holy shit, like I'm too slicked back, like a piece of shit. But it was the only way to keep the shit under control. But honestly, that's a totally fair.
Bro, you should have. Hopefully, you didn't get too close to the bake till last year.
I would have fucking lit up.
You guys a fire hazard. All right, fit sounds good.
Okay, so here's what we got. First and foremost, dude, I think that is, and you have been to the grill and you talked about it on pod when you went. That's the best. I'm saying it right now. The best bread basket in New York.
Okay.
Warm homemade dinner rolls, pretzels, which hell yeah. Buttered, pre-buttered and toasted pumpernickel or like a wheat situation.
What'd you call me?
And then that chive butter. I only want chive butter now moving forward. It was incredible.
Make some.
I probably could, right? Very easily. Because you just get butter and chives and then
mash
mold
them together. Yeah.
Okay. We started with the duck pasta from the press.
Did you like it?
I thought the flavor was so rich and so deep because they're literally squeezing the fucking soul and memories of generations in that fucking press.
Yeah.
That like I was really impressed. I thought it was
crush those bones for me.
Though
Bone Crusher. Outro music?
I think we've used Never Scared 5 times.
What about the remix?
I ain't never scared.
What about the remix with Busta Rhymes?
I mean, I don't know what the deal is with how much outro music.
I'm gonna come a little mountain. I'm gonna throw a crib up on it. Boss. Are we doing outro music? I forget.
Yeah, we always do.
Okay,
but you could throw. I mean, whatever. Maybe
scared.
Specifically the remix and Bus's verse. The one beef I had with the duck pasta, despite loving it, was the noodles like a ramen noodle.
What?
Yeah, it was like a thin,
I remember that
ramen style noodle, which I didn't it's a flat noodle, but that's kind of the texture and the consistency and the mouthfeel felt ramen adjacent. And I was like, I would have liked something a little bit more Italiano. But that's just me.
My guy's talking mouthfeel. Okay.
Yo, I'm not a crab guy, but the crab Louis salad.
So good.
Bro, I was like,
I told you.
Am I being fucking crab pilled in real time?
I hope so. Crab is my number one seafood.
Dude, I'm a scrimp man. But that's
you're only a scrimpsman.
No, oysters.
Okay.
Clams?
I think this is the summer
Mussels?
clams. I think this is going to be the summer clams.
Is it never not the summer of clams?
2 years ago was the summer of I have the tweets. I looked it up. I think 2 years ago was the summer of shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
I think last year was the summer of crab. I think this year the summer of clams. Mainly,
not gonna argue
like
with
Clams
that.
Casino. Fucking
I love
baked
Clams
clams.
Casino.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of raw clams myself. I love raw clam. You know what I mean? But
I love going raw on some
I love clam raw, but I don't like raw clams.
I love a linguine and clam. That might be one of my top pastas. Okay, from there we got 3 entrees. Jenna went with the fish. Don't care.
What, like a Dover sole?
No, not the Dover sole that like they debone at the table. That's a fish. They said that was more for 2. I think she got like a blackened sea bass, which I tried. It was okay. I went with the ribeye. Spectacular. Fucking-tacular. A lot of people that, again, the unsolicited shit that is coming to me as I'm there, that I didn't see till later because I'm out on my phone on my anniversary, unless I'm taking a selfie with my wife. But everyone's like
a photo of a napkin that says the name of the restaurant.
But I got that out of the way when she was in the bathroom.
Okay, right.
Taking selfies at the ladies' lounge.
While she was taking a shit.
She was taking a shit in the ladies' lounge.
She was shitting out the duck.
And then we did, because, special occasion, I had been told that the Amish ham.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I was really disappointed.
Oh, okay.
And then in terms of sides, here's a fucking banger, but I don't know if you got those whipped.
This might be the summer of ham, actually. Ham and clam. Steamed hams.
Throwing ham into clam, baby.
Yeah.
But no, it's too sweet, and the pickled
It comes
pineapple,
with the pineapple, right? Yeah.
It just didn't work for me.
You're not a sweets guy.
No, I like a savory and sweet.
You're sweet enough.
But I was really excited for that because it had gotten rave reviews at the stuff that I'd seen online and it was basically touted as a can't miss. Turns out you can miss it, at least if you have my palate. And then the sides were a whipped potato that might have been some of the best whipped potatoes I've ever had. Spectacular.
Whoa, I don't like the way you're saying whipped over there, white boy.
I mean, it's a condiment.
A hard W.
It's a condiment for steak at that point.
Okay.
You take a little fatty piece of ribeye, dunk it in those whipped potatoes, and fucking have yourself a little party.
You just look like you're saying whipped with a little...
Whipped.
You're really relishing the chance to say that.
Make sure those potatoes are whipped, boy.
Oh, no. Don't clip that.
Our waitress actually was straight up like Ellen DeGeneres. It was mind-blowing.
Like...
I was like, wait,
way?
this is Ellen's new gig? Like, she's a waitress at the grill. She looked exactly like her, everything. And then the other side we got were the grits. And I was also a little disappointed in those. I've had better grits like anywhere else.
Yeah. Weird order, the grits.
I don't know. I think...
Let's get poor Southern food at the fine dining establishment.
Honestly, a little bit. Yeah. But it's a steak. To me, I guess grits... I guess it's not really a traditional steakhouse side that you would get.
Let's get a Southern breakfast at right. Grits are a breakfast thing.
But I don't know about you, dude. I love grits.
I'm not a big gritsman.
Really?
I mean, I got grit when I'm hitting that clam raw, but
she got that gorilla grit. He got that gorilla grit.
Yo, girl, I think you got some grit in your clam.
A little sand in your clam,
but that's how pearls are made. So
that is true.
There's beauty in that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's beauty to be found in every clam, in my experience.
Absolutely. All clams matter.
Is that the title?
No.
Absolutely not. And then no dessert for us because we were stuffed. And I think I had then, a beautiful glass of Pinot Noir. There might have been a beer as my kind of like final kind of, that after dinner Pilsner or lager.
That's the, I was,
Delaney.
When I was out with Delaney on Saturday night and Giavos and Brandon, I was like, we were like talking about last drinks, like as the food got cleared. And I was like, yo, I want to do that Delaney post-dinner beer.
It always hits, bro. It's really good.
The Japanese do it with a bitter burnt tea. The Italians do it with espresso. You want to end the fantastic time with a little bitter because without bitterness, there is no sweetness.
Take the bitter with the better. Social network. Okay. And then that was it. No dessert for us. We were pretty fucking stuffed.
Bro, did you get laid?
Did I get laid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yo, once you fucking... Oh, speaking of checks, I want to clown you for one thing. And not to be mean, but it was... Because you had a nice little social media moment from this weekend as well. But yo, once you go to the grill and it's your fucking 5-year wedding anniversary and you spend $100 for every year that you've been married, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, better...
Do the math, folks.
Do the math. And you better be coming home with something a little fucking juicy.
Ew.
And I'm not talking a doggy bag full of steak. No, yeah. I love my wife. Happy anniversary to us. So that was my
happy 5-year anniversary to Old Town Road by Lil Nas X.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll be going back to the grill though. It is what a great like bachelor party, fellas dinner.
Oh, it's a special occasion spot for sure.
It's got to be. But like birthdays, anniversaries, bachelor party, just maybe some type of reunion with the fellas if you haven't seen each other in a long time. But be prepared to spend.
Okay, Tom Sandoval.
Oh, a Rat Pack night. I thought that was whose idea was it? Was that Schwartz's idea?
Schwartz's idea.
Of course, it was.
Like the Brazilian steakhouse.
That beautiful Labrador Retriever. Yeah, I loved it. I was like, yeah, I'm not a major food group guy. I feel like they get a lot of heat mainly because Mario Carbone is like a chef that makes streetwear. But dude, it hit. The vibes were immaculate. There wasn't that crazy of a crowd. Bunch of other dates happening. Some fucking kids at the grill. I'm like, why are you wasting this shit on the fucking kids?
Hell no.
Bro? So dumb.
Did they order the same thing as you? Since you tend to order from the children's menu?
A 14-ounce ribeye? No, they did not. Listen, I might be it's a Steve Harvey book. Behave like a child, eat like a man.
I think you eat like a child too.
Nah. I have.
All right.
Nah, at the grill, I don't know what you get for a kid. French fries?
Fucking
ain't no nuggies on the fucking menu, brother.
Just, flash fry some steak tartare, make a little burger patty.
I mean, maybe. They'll do it for you.
Yeah.
They love.
Well, no,
it's dinner and a show at the grill.
You went to the right place for the. Oh, how did the gift exchanging go?
Oh, incredible!
Because we talked about that so much last. week, right? At the restaurant.
No. We did it that night. Did the cards at the restaurant. Beautiful cards from both of us, I will say. Not to also pat myself on the back, but damn, dude, I can weave a tale, dude.
Yeah.
I'll make a bitch cry.
Damn.
Just solely based on my beautiful prose.
I'll make a bitch cry.
In a good way.
Because I'm not using the Oxford comma, so she doesn't understand. Is that a third adjective or is that connected to the second adjective?
That's such a crazy thing that we do always argue about. You're an Oxford comma apologist, and I hate it.
Call me Vampire Weekend because I love an Oxford comma, bro.
That's true. Should Vampire Weekend Oxford comma be the outro music?
How does it go? Sing it.
Who gives a fuck about an Oxford comma? What was I going to say? Oh, so what she got me was, so she got her beautiful piece of jewelry. Thank God, despite, every hoop that was jumped through.
You got her hoop earrings?
No.
Oh.
Bracelet. But every hoop that I jumped through to get that jewelry was totally worth it. She loved it. Even though she had to go back to get it resized, and it's now on the lam for 2 weeks.
Damn. All right. So what can you tell us what you got?
We never talked about this, but obviously every wedding anniversary has a material attached to it as kind of like, and 5 years is wood. Right.
You got pegged?
No. She got me. She went on
a set of clubs.
She went on first dibs, and she went with the wood thing, and she got me, really us, because it's a home good, a vintage Goyard candle holder that is wood and then wrapped in the famous Goyard hand painted leather motif.
Hold on.
Yeah,
the candle holder, which holds fire, is made of wood.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to put it's like a candle. You don't put the candle in raw. You use the like the glass container that it comes in, like your candle. So it's a vessel which you put that in.
Okay.
So
just checking.
So we got that on the coffee table, but I was actually really impressed. One, it's like another sick home item, which I do love.
She got Goyard next to the Hermes ashtray.
Yeah, which was her
looking
Christmas
like
gift to me.
fucking front row at the Knicks, baby.
Oh, dude, feet on wood. There you go, wood again.
Oh, she should have got you courtside tickets. Damn, that'd be a firewood 5-year anniversary.
I was like, I didn't ask how much this thing was though. If it's first dibs, it probably was overpriced, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Jesse.
But I was really impressed how she was able to use the wood starter and then come through with something that was actually sick. Because if it was me and I was going based off that guideline, I don't know what wood. Here's a cool wooden Jesus piece from 2007.
Bro, I think that you actually gave her the wood that night.
Okay, yeah, sure. This is love of my life we're talking about here.
Sex is a big part of relationships.
Yeah, it is.
What, are you scared to talk about sex, bro? You fucking Puritan bitch.
If anything, I think I'm probably too open, which is
way too open. Stop talking about it. Jesus Christ.
It's a blessing that Jenna does not listen.
Stop talking about fucking your wife, Lawrence. Oh my God.
But that was so it was a successful gift exchange. It was a two-way street. Everyone was happy. All boxes were checked, but we did that right after we recorded the other week.
Your wife.
My wife.
Damn, yeah, you must have been exhausted.
So let's talk about little check social media stuff, right? So I obviously just Goshen basically said how much my anniversary meal cost.
I know.
Yeah. So I saw that you were a big fan of your Compte Milat jeans because you shared it with the world.
I know. Look, I think the restaurant flex pick is such a fucking annoying little I don't know if people still do this, but posting every dish you get at a restaurant, it's like you're gonna get the da 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 da. That's how people are tapping to your shit, right?
Yeah.
The restaurant flex is this kind of sub genre of just flexing culture in general, where you do the fucking, the IG moment, whether it's the name of the place on the napkin, or you do the location tag, or you do the little fucking whatever, the most known famous dishes. With jeans, it's the big chocolate chip cookie, right? Which, by the way, I don't know if people do this, but Delaney just dumped the ewer of milk onto the cookie. We just
he did the same thing with me.
Ate kind of mushy cookie. It was awesome, bro. First of all, mushy cookie. Is that the name of the episode?
I don't know. That's the name of something though. That sweet, that nasty, that mushy cookie.
Trying to get that mushy cookie.
All these titles suck so bad.
Well, we got shame sizing and mushy cookie.
Okay, so you had the mushy cookie, and you did not flick that because that would be though. When you eat with Delaney, phone eats first, bro.
Yeah.
That's his bag.
I took some photos of like everyone else had their phones out taking the photos of everything, you know.
Who watches the Watchmen type shit?
And like, you know, Delaney and Javos, they got to fucking sing for their supper literally a little bit. So like they're posting all that shit.
Spin for your supper.
Yeah, no, they got to flex for their supper. And what I didn't realize is that the whole and Javos and Delaney knew is like, oh yeah, like it's gonna be like we were ordering not crazy. I was like, yo, you guys order like.
I was gonna say, were you involved at all in the process? You were like, yo,
I was like, you guys run it because the last time that me and Brandon were here, it felt like we kind of messed up the order.
That's right.
Especially the sequencing a little bit.
Before Jean's wedding.
Yeah, so it's like you guys just do your thing. You've eaten here literally like more than anybody else except like Benny.
Truly. Shout out Benny.
So yeah, so I don't. When I went back, like when I in the moment having fun, drinks are flowing, had a martini, and I asked for a glass of the Orange Swift, which is the winemaker, which is red wine, and she brought over an orange glass of wine. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I meant to say Orange Swift, but I'd already drank like half the glass of orange because she didn't come back for a minute. Excuse me.
So you were a little toasty.
And yeah, it was definitely kind of like a dickhead ass move to post the flex thing, but it's also just like,
which is the bill that says $0. What is it, or whatever, negative or whatever the fuck.
Much rather that than the cousin of that, which is when people, if they posted the bill where it's like, you know, $1,000, and it's like,
yeah.
Whoa, sick, dude. Like,
who's that for?
You spent $1,000, and also we thought it was really funny that she's like, anything else? Okay, here, guys, whenever you're ready. And it was just the one item ordered was one thank you.
Oh,
and then
shit.
1 cent. And we thought it was mad funny that she did that.
Did you at least get the total so you know how hard to tip, or you just like
we tipped crazy.
You got to.
Yeah, we tipped big. So we tipped bigly. And shout out Jillian, she was there, kind of like
yeah. Shout out Jill.
Yeah, so
nice little crew.
And afterwards I was like, oh, it's kind of a dickhead thing, but also it's kind of funny, and like, you know, sometimes it's nice to be a little bit of an asshole on social media,
and to
right?
brag. So did you get a lot of good responses? Like, were people,
I don't know,
happy for you? Was the flexing accomplished as you hoped it would?
I don't know. I don't think it's something people are like, yeah, hell yeah, King, nice flex.
Because when I posted my little grill flex, again, like a lot major food group, I think there's certain stuff about them, a lot of things that people think are corny. But you
keep saying major food group. Like, why do you? It's interesting to me that you like approach a restaurant as if it's part of this larger thing and not just like it on its own.
No.
Like when I went to the grill, I didn't know it's part of the Carbone fucking major food group thing. I'm just like, all right,
learn
like
something new every day. You're just not a gourmand like me.
But who cares?
Anyway, I didn't know how people were going to react, and I was surprised and nearly blown away with the amount of people that were like, "Holy Grail, hell yeah!" Like people. I guess it's that hard to get into, or that the barrier of entry with the price is so high that, you know, it's seen as an aspirational spot. Which
you're getting the yo King, yo order this, order that. It's like, bro, I'm in the car home. Like,
literally, it's like, and a lot of it was like, yo, tell me you did the whole prime rib thing, and I had read that if you're gonna do a prime rib night, you want to go to Fort Charles. You're not necessarily gonna want
basic ass white.
No,
bitch.
I'm just saying what. Well, I mean, they're famous for their burger and the prime rib, right? That's like what it is.
Sure.
By the way, I've never been to Fort Charles, but is it good?
I went a long time ago. I think their burger didn't even exist. It was fine. It's really small.
Right, but the viral burger that is bringing in all the TikTokers.
Oh, there's a fucking runny egg on it. Wow.
Which, by the way, I do not like.
Oh, it's dinner and breakfast? That's crazy. Oh, it's grits at the grill? The fuck?
Grits at the grill. That was a little bit of a breakfast move at dinner. A little bit of an IHOP maneuver. Catch me at Waffle House on my 60-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
My
Lana Del Rey cosplay.
But yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh, here's what." Like I've been. So,
good for you, bro.
But it seemed like
I didn't get that with jeans. They're just like, oh wow, what a dickhead.
What did you? Because so you got better food this time, letting the boys get like just again drive.
Yeah, and I think we're getting VIP treatment from like the staff. Like that was helpful.
I think jeans is really tasty, and the fact that it's a late night move now, if you're like leaving the club, is fucking awesome.
Wait, what? Oh, like going to dinner at.
No, like munchies, like I'm hammered. Like it's like you can have like delicious good food at 2 a.m.
I think what they're trying to do is get people like it was kind of whatever. It wasn't that packed or anything. We can stop talking restaurants, and we've been doing it for 49 minutes now. But it was kind of like there was like a lull period, and then at 9:00 is like when it got blitzing.
That's New York.
And it sounds
right?
like what they want to do is be like, all right, dinner straight to the club.
Sure,
not club to dinner. That's
but
crazy.
they do have this late night option now, which
it's
like,
open till kitchen's open till 2.
yeah, that's pretty fucking lit, dude.
Yeah, it was good. Redemption meal for me and Brandon. I think that we both liked it a lot more than the first time we went.
Redemption meal, that's good too.
Redemption meal.
Okay, let's talk about the singles mixer you went to because I really want to hear about this.
Okay, so
this is what I've been looking forward to as a married guy.
If you made it this far, if you made it 50 minutes
please,
in,
dude.
no, what?
It hasn't been bad.
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to wait 50 minutes before hearing about the singles mixer. Yo, singles mixer's back.
Okay.
Shout out Alyssa, the fairy. Wait, is she the pod mom or the fairy pod mom? Pod mother.
Nomi Fry was the fairy pod mother. I don't know if Alyssa's just a pod mom. She might be just pod mom.
I think to our fans, she's pod mommy. She hosted something as she kind of ventures into this new phase of her career that she talked about in her episode. This was something that, I think she wants to be doing where it's like partnering up with brands, getting a fucking bag to
host.
I don't know, like tap into her network, host, be the face, right?
Yeah.
So she had a singles mixer. It was partnered up with Bumble.
Interesting.
Took place at Ray's here in Greenpoint,
Okay.
which we have only clowned on.
Yeah.
And I've never been to.
It's a 1-for-1 copy, apparently, of the other Rays.
It's literally Lower East Side Ray's without the basement.
That's hilarious.
I'm trying to think. So it was
Like a pool table and everything.
Yeah, they have a pool table. Which like, yeah, there's a pool table.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm trying to think. So like, in my mind, I'm leading up to this. I'm like, singles mixer sponsored by a dating app at Ray's. Like, okay, yeah, I want to go to support Alyssa,
Of course.
because it's just like liking your friend's SpawnCon, right?
Yeah.
You want to make them look good in front of the partner.
Absolutely.
So the more people that come, the better she looks. The more likely that it's just a success story. Bags beget bags, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like a rainy night. I'm mad tired. I forget.
But it's also right around the corner.
It's right around the corner. What night was it? Was it
Friday.
I think we it's Thursday.
Thursday.
We'd done something. I think we just worked. Oh no, I just saw Dune 2.
Oh,
in
yeah,
IMAX.
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So my body's still fucking vibrating. Fire, by the way.
Better than Dune 1 or no? That's
why compare? Why compare? And yes, I think better than Dune 1.
You're right. Why compare? Because again, that's one movie. It's one movie. It's one movie.
Dune 1, world building. Dune 2, action.
Both very fucking fire elements to science fiction.
Sure. So in my head, I'm like, is going to a singles mixer like at my age? Is this like desperate? Is it corny?
Did she promote this publicly, by the way, or was it only like
it was invite only?
Okay.
I was like, does it matter that it has maybe those elements? Like, why is it my insecurities that I'm projecting onto this thing? Like, should I just be putting myself out there in like uncomfortable scenarios? It's like fucking, love will find you in the end. But
love finds a way.
No, wait, I gotta find these lyrics because it's true. True love will find you in the end.
Here we go.
Well, Beck has a great cover of it.
It's Daniel Johnson.
Daniel Johnson. Is he canceled?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
You might remember him from his Supreme collaboration.
True love will find you in the end. This is a promise with a catch. Only if you're looking can it find you, because true love is searching too.
Oh,
right?
Beautiful. I don't know if I agree, but a nice sentiment.
You got to put yourself out there. That's the fucking sentiment.
Yeah, but sometimes, like other things in life.
Or people just find you on Twitter and fucking DM you or be like, yo, I'm drunk. Fucking go on a date with me 5 years later with the grill. Or like 10 years later, really.
Nearly 13.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's lucky number 13. Our first date was the 9th of April.
Oh shit! All right, cool.
Yeah, a lot of anniversaries. I think that sometimes it's when you're not looking and not trying that things kind of also find their way into your life sometimes.
Yeah, but you can't just be like impassive and laconic and let things.
Can't be on your couch and just hope that
come to you. I know that you have like
it's not a porno.
Stumbled and bumbled and fumbled your way into like a lot of great things in your life. But others, it requires like initiative.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. So eventually I'm just like, fuck it, I'll go. I'll stay for an hour.
What do you wear?
I wore Kiko A6 yellow.
On my titties.
Kiko's on my tippies. Brown Orly jeans, I think. I don't remember. Our Legacy, Emporio Armani, like my herringbone one. I think I wore it on the pod the next day.
Okay.
Moonburger Realtree camo hat, because like I'm gonna wear a fucking hat. Like I was like, you know what? Fuck it, hat. Because I don't really care. I'm a cool guy. I don't give a fuck. And a vintage,
a nice inner monologue.
vintage like green trench thing and an umbrella, and just walked over there.
It was a shitty day with the weather.
It was a real shitty
night, rather.
Yo, so Okay. Some general observations. I'm not going to get into the specifics of like, who.
But these
when,
mixers
where,
are a new thing for sure. Like,
so I think that generally speaking, the overall consensus is that dating apps are fucking trash, right? Everyone is just sick of them. They've done who knows what like damage to our like mentalities and the way like our brains are wired in terms of just like, hookup culture,
instant gratification,
commodification of human beings, instant gratification. The grass is always greener.
Yeah.
Like, swipe, you can swipe like whatever for like, you're judging someone on the most superficial levels possible.
The cookie is always mushier.
Cookie's always mushier, baby. The mushy's always cookier. So I think that, we saw this with Goots doing something. We saw this with what I went to this past week. I think people are yearning for kind of like scenarios and situations where that IRL element is so much more present and there than just like app shit.
I want something
right?
to hold and I'm not talking my phone.
I'm not going to lie. At first, there was a bit of a middle school vibe where it was kind of like guys talking to guys, girls talking to girls.
Like the room is separated.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there any dudes playing pool?
No, there were no.
Oh, thank God. That's so cool. If you're at the mixer and you're like playing pool, like
run it.
No, not even that. Yes. Also, honestly, that to me would be better than like, I hope this chick notices my cool, like fucking, my stroke.
It's like, yo, I'm just a 4 pocketing that 8.
Yeah. Nice.
So I'm like chatting with Alyssa and some other female friends of hers.
Oh,
so
you broke the fucking no man's land.
But there's guys that are coming up to me and like trying to like talk and like, or like joining the group and talking to me. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, stop talking to me.
Are these younger? Are these like younger guys? You like the?
I was definitely a little. They were a little younger. It felt a little younger. And again, I was just like, look, I'm here to support. I'm not here to like, gain or like meet chicks, meet fucking mushies, anyone's cookie. If it happens, it happens. It ended up happening.
Yeah, it did. You got some numbies? Got some Digimons?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, shit. Okay. Go off, Jimbo.
I was like, yo, like, fellas, like, what are we doing here? Like, go forth and
these are dudes that are like homies or guys being like, hey, I want to introduce myself, or
it's like mutual homies, and then it's like introducing and then like sticking around, and I'm like, they're like, hey, do you want to go get a drink at the bar? I'm like,
no,
bro. Like,
ask her. Yeah. Ask a chick, bro.
But so eventually people were like kind of like, the middle school vibes are broken up as
Thank
like,
God.
I think the drinks are flowing. What really stood out to me is that like I'm talking to these girls, not in like a trying to like pull type way. Like, they're like, oh my God, we're just commiserating, like dating so hard. Dating New York sucks. Dating apps suck. I'm like, yo, what guys here that you like have your eye on?
Oh shit.
And they're like, oh, like that guy, this guy, that guy. And I'm like, yo, like go talk to them. And they're like, literally, I have no idea. Like, I can't do that. I have no idea what to say to them. I'm like, you're a woman. Literally, just say anything,
whatever you want.
Put yourself in front of them, and their fucking lizard brain will start like ticking.
Cookie.
But meanwhile, there's like some women there that I want to. That I'm like, oh, like maybe her, and they're like, go talk to her, and I'm like, I'm not claiming to have any fucking riz or game, but I'm like, what do I say? And they're like, literally say anything. And like basically it became pretty clear that everybody wants to connect and pull and fucking reach out and touch somebody, but everyone is just too like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to say in their own head. I don't want to get fucking, be too like aggy. I don't want to get canceled.
Get canceled.
Bro, I don't know.
I feel like it is so much. It is not to be like it's hard being a guy or like any type of these fucking. I'm not signing with any of these cycles online. Whereas a woman, like to your point, could easily go up and say anything, like introduce yourself. I guess a guy could do that as well. I think it is. There's more pressure on a guy to not totally put his foot in his mouth and fuck up the first impression off rip.
It was just like amazing that everyone's just doing the dance. Like no one knows how to like fucking like. I don't know, pin the tail on the donkey or whatever the fuck. Everyone's just
pin my tail on her ass.
Everyone's going like this. What's the Street Fighter guy?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Everyone's just like
that
this.
guy. Or maybe Tekken reference
and like
Eddie Gordo.
And it was just amazing that like literally everyone was there for the right reasons, but like everyone was kind of scared to like.
There's less, the fact that it's a mixer Or like, so if someone's listening and they feel the same way, if someone at home and they feel the same way, it's like you're at the mixer, or like they obviously have like dating events and stuff that like happen in cities across this great nation. You don't just need to be at Racing Greenpoint for the VIP Bumble experience. When you're at a bar or just like, I think it is harder, right? Because that like no one is there expressly for the most part, to get picked up or to pick up, even if that's a latent thing that's happening. At a mixer, everyone there presumably is trying to meet someone. And look, so it's a different, to me, I think there's context doesn't matter in that regard.
And eventually, I think a lot of people, got a little
saw some, you see some
saucy,
some makeouts,
saw some spit getting swapped and everything.
Let's go, baby.
So I think eventually people kind of like were able to break through. It was just really funny that it was like, wow.
I want to beat cheeks.
It was like, wow, every insecurity that you've ever had about like meeting people or approaching people or whatever, like is shared by everybody else. Mm-hmm. And once you have that information, nothing changes because you're still gonna fucking pussy out, right? But it's like, oh, all right, knowledge is power. Da da da.
Yo.
The problem,
knowledge is power, bitch. What's your number?
And like everyone's talking about how like dating in New York sucks and like blah blah blah. And it's true. I think that like it's tough. The part that I got reminded of is like how eventually trying to date someone is, especially at first, is literally just fucking trying to schedule a work meeting.
Yeah,
I'm sending the same texts to like somebody that I'm sending on fucking emails to like, set up a call or whatever. Where it's like, oh, Tuesday doesn't work. How about Tuesday? How about Friday? Oh, Friday. Okay. Next week. Oh, I don't know. Like, oh, I got something that I got to see how my schedule gels.
I'll circle back.
I'll circle back, put a pin in it. Let's double click later. It's like literally the same fucking shit. It's miserable. That's why I haven't been on a first date in like 3 months now.
Yo, so it's funny you say that because my question, and this is not me prying, but like you're at the mixer, you're putting yourself out there, which is great. Did you feel rusty? Or does Sexy Jimmy still got it?
Well, no, Sexy Jimmy, no Riz. No game.
Really? I've seen you like crush. I've said this before publicly.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think going into it, I was like, oh, like I'm not going to play this game. Like just was a defense mechanism to then like, not actually put myself out there in a situation where you can get face rejection or think that you like failed or whatever. So yeah, I think it's just, rusty, I guess.
So it's a muscle that just needs to be worked out. And again, like this is like
trying to pump that love muscle.
You're being thrown into the fire because again, like this is like explicitly like a dating thing versus just like whatever, casually approaching someone at a party or a bar.
Shout out
but
Kurt Russell with that love muscle.
What is that?
I think it's Eminem. Fuck.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yo, Hoodie Allen has been popping up on my fucking TikTok now thanks to you.
Yeah, the surveillance state is listening, bro. My bad. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, let alone my work husband.
Big milker yam bags, big milker yam bags. Come on, no more Hoodie Allen.
Yeah, that'll work, dude. That'll get the algo right.
Milker, yeah. Huge bags of yams.
Huge yam sacks. I hope it works, bro.
Mushy cookie.
Oh, okay. So you went and you got some numbers and you're trying to schedule a first date and he's back in the fire.
Yeah. Okay. So look, I think ultimately it was a really good thing. I think that if you get a chance to put yourself in a situation that is like slightly uncomfortable, but absolutely there for like the right reasons, intentions for any of my single boys, single girls listening, do it. Like, what do you?
That's called growth, and I ain't talking blood flow.
And trust me, when you go to these things, if you're listening to this podcast, you will at least be in the upper 20% of like not lame dude. Because there were some fucking stinkers there. I'm not gonna lie.
That were invited?
On the guy's side, yeah.
What were the fits like? What kind of guys were at this fucking party or mixer?
A lot of like soccer jerseys and like ironic like trucker hats and like big jeans and small hoop earrings. I didn't see any Tims. No, I mean everyone's. Look, I don't know. I don't know where these guys came from because like there were other. It wasn't just Alyssa. It wasn't just Alyssa. There were like other hosts and like seeing like a lot fucking. Well, I don't want to blow up any swap. But like seeing a lot of like friends that I know from like industry shit. It was just like a fun evening and able to catch up, meet new friends, catch up with old friends.
I almost went just to hang out.
What?
I told you that.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go with Brandon, who like,
Yeah, that would have been, I'm glad you didn't.
Why? Well, because I've been like cock blocking.
Yeah.
No, just so that I can have pod fodder. I'm not going to fucking do anything. Yeah, I'm not going for any nefarious reasons. But I will say that one thing that someone who's been, locked down for going on 13 years now, like the rush and the thrill of like the approach and being like, and I'm sure this applies to everyone, but like where you're, it's exhilarating. You're putting yourself out there and you don't know how it's going to go. And then when it does land and you do get a number or you do make a connection or whatever, it's like, is there a better feeling?
No, but then speaking of fucking peaks and valleys,
that's
shadows
where it all
and dust,
then just begins.
well, like you peak and then it's that valley period of like, oh, like what now? Is it, oh, what about next week? Oh, what about Tuesday? What about Friday? Like,
are they even really interested? Are they blowing me off? And then it's like,
oh, I can't
doom spiraling.
I can't be too desperate and double text. Oh, I can't be too inattentive.
Do you believe in that? That's so much shit now that's in media. Like you watch a TV show
Not
or whatever.
double texting. Like I think that's fine. But like there was a good cartoon in the New Yorker where it's a couple getting married at the altar. And it goes, the guy marrying them is like, I do pronounce now for the rest of your lives, you can text each other as much you want without coming off as desperate.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. That
just,
really is
just be an annoying spouse.
That really is the main benefit of being married.
To me, that's like, and I understand like wanting to optimize your chances if you're super into someone, but this idea of like, coming on too strong because you've sent like 2-3 texts in a row, like to me, and I know I'm out the game, and there might be people listening that are like, yo, Larry has no idea what he's talking about. He's out of his element. Fair. That to me just was always such a dumb, arbitrary, like so immature, which is easy for me to say from my ivory tower of marriage, but still, I do truly believe that.
I think there's a balance. It's tough. It's tough. All right. So stay tuned on next singles mixer, I guess. Happy Easter, everyone. Speaking of Riz, Jesus has risen.
Yeah.
And you killed a brand new jawn that I secured for you.
Yeah. So shout out Segur, shout out MF Pen, one of our favorite brands, past collaborator. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a beautiful shirt that is called the Holiday Shirt in floral silk. And
it's nice. It's a nice boxy fit.
Dude. Yeah. And talk about vanity, not shame sizing, vanity sizing, medium. Love that. Love that for me. Perfect shirt to break out during Easter, especially the Easter party or honestly seated dinner that I go to every year. Shout out my friends Joe and Libby. Everyone does like lean in, dress to the nines. That's part of it, right?
Like big hats and like pastels.
No, not like derby shit, but yeah, pastels and definitely like fun, festive, floral stuff to celebrate the return of our Lord and Savior. That's what it is, right?
He be risen.
Yeah. So at one point, because our friends live in our building, I went downstairs.
That's so sick. By the way,
it is great. It's awesome.
I wish I had that.
Well, honestly, it's like
neighbors.
and I shout out Joe, Libby's husband, but Jen it's her best friend. We live in the building. That's how we even knew that we liked that building. And then when it was way more packed before COVID, we just waited for a spot to open up, and we fucking luckily got in there.
Where's it? Clinton Hill, Bed-Stuy?
Clinton Hill. Who am I telling you? No.
What do you okay, yo.
But I popped down.
Scenario. Harkenstein walks up to you, goes, yo, King, where you live?
Bed-Stuy. Now that I know that he's bright skin. So anyway, I go down from their floor to my floor, check on the dog. And I had to go into the office to grab something. I don't know if it was maybe like Zyn or some bullshit. My office / second bedroom, which Jenna beautifully, miraculously fucking redecorated. I've talked about that. But because of the new shelving, there is this like one corner that is right at my like bicep shoulder height, and this beautiful, gorgeous shirt that I could best describe as like Bodhi, but if it was tasteful, right? Yeah, because it's like this tulle, like silk cotton blend that is a bit sheer. I mean, you saw the shirt. It was here.
Is tulle how you say it?
Tulle.
Like twill. Tool.
Twat? Tool.
Twat?
Tool.
Twat. You're wearing the twat shirt.
I was wearing the twat shirt. And
twat you call me?
And because I'm a little toasted and like trying to rush and get whatever, I can't even remember what I was getting because I want to get back to the party.
Nicotine.
Dude, the fucking corner of the shelf just rips a giant gash in the fucking back of the shirt. Like the
first
arm.
wear. So it's not the type of jawn that looks good with some wear and tear. No. This is like a fancy boy, not fancy boy. This is like fancy boy. It's like a Miami Italy vacation.
Yeah.
You know,
a shirt that's begging for a pleaser to be worn open, just flowing in the fucking wind, getting a cross breeze straight to the fucking torso. I'm gonna take it to my mother-in-law, who is a master seamstress, and I think she might be able to save it, but it has been rendered unwearable, and this happened after I'd had it on for maybe 2 hours.
Damn.
Fucking brutal, dude.
Did you wear it for the rest of the day?
Yeah. Well, so I debated, right? So then I'm like, fuck.
So I feel like that might have like actually made it worse.
No, luckily it was not in like an area, like if it was on my lat where like if I just like make a movement, it's going to get bigger. It was like kind of like, well, if you pay for the video, it's like right here, I would say. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm not going to then iron another shirt. I'm just gonna let it rock. And then, I had to fucking explain to everyone at the party because everyone's like, oh my God, do you? And I'm like, yeah, I fucking know that my day has been ruined.
Having a big tear in your shirt is the equivalent of posting what restaurant you're at and having everyone weigh in like, oh my God, did you know you have this thing? Oh my God, did you know that you should get the ham?
I'm like, yeah, no, I played myself. I'm very much aware that my beautiful new awesome shirt has been rendered unwearable now. So that was an Easter death.
Well,
for me, just completely fucking torched after 2 hours. I was so fucking pissed at myself. Now I know because I have hit that before and scratched myself.
Put a little childproof rubber thing on it.
Now I know, and I told Jenna because she felt my pain.
You're gonna put out an eye.
And then her thing is she goes, well, that never happens for me. I'm like, do you not see how fucking wide I am and like the way that the door...
Dude, it might be at her eye level. She might lose an eye over that thing.
But the issue is that behind the door, so if you have the rack on or the shelf, whatever, the unit on one side, when the door opens, what's behind the door is my printer, my microwave, because the microwave doesn't, based on our kitchen setup, is in the office. And then there's like an ironing board, and then the iron, it's all organized, but it prevents the door from swinging fully open. So there is this kind of like bit of a narrow, at least for me as a wide guy, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, Jenna. We need to put a stopper on this bitch. And hopefully it's solved. But anyway, shirt ruined.
Well, my TikTok has been all Hoodie Allen and DIY home projects. So if you need me to come in there and fucking sand that bitch down and make a round corner.
It's not wood. It can't be sanded.
Oh, what is it?
It's like a plastic or metal. It's like a metal thing. I don't know. It needs like a rubber nub. It needs a condom for its tip.
Put some masking tape on or some duct tape on it.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so fucking totally ruined my
Sorry.
Easter. Party was great. Had
Lawrence.
Great time, but damn. And I was like, getting a lot of compliments.
Hey, maybe your shirt will rise from the dead 3 days later. 3 days?
3 days?
Oh,
I don't know.
Got his ass.
Well, how long was he on the cross for? A minute, right?
A fortnight?
Yeah, and then, you know what it is? Good Friday, he died, and then he popped out on Easter Sunday. So that's 3 days, 72 hours, right?
Yeah. 2 nights, 3
something
days.
like that.
Little state the standard.
He is risen.
little state. Oh, being mean again.
Everyone. I made that joke myself a million times. I'm not being mean. I'm just been making,
Luckily, I think that if you are looking for some flagrant, kind of loud jawns to replace this relatively flagrant loud jawn, I think I might know a guy who just got a new job.
Yeah,
who's known for making some loud ass shit.
Oh,
our boy Alessandro Michele, employed at Valentino as the creative director. He replaced Pierpaolo Piccioli, who's there for 25 years. He said.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't in charge, but he's been an employee of the house for a quarter of a century. And that's fucking crazy to say.
The best part about this whole fucking thing is people can finally stop conjecturing, venturing, guessing. Where's Alessandro going to end up? Well, I heard this rumor. Well, I heard that rumor. Yeah. Well, my source told me this. Well, my guy told me that. Shut up. He's at Valentino.
Yeah.
I guess the next fucking thing we'll have to do with is like, oh my God, like, did he kill it? Is Alessandro the realist at Valentino for real?
Yeah. I thought if I was a
finally.
If I was a betting man, I would have. And while this makes sense because he is a Roman and Valentino is a Rome-based house and he can walk 10 minutes apparently from his beautiful fucking crib right to the office. So it kind of makes sense. I thought if I was a betting man, I would have been like, oh, Alessandro is biding his time and he's going to launch his own shit because he crushed so hard at Gucci until I guess Kering decided that he wasn't. That I just assumed he would put his name in big, bright lights and just go the kind of, eponymous line route.
Who has done that
Phoebe.
Except for Phoebe.
It's also how a lot
except
of
for Phoebe.
And it's also how a lot of designers get their start before getting poached or hired by a big house, whereas Alessandro came up in the Gucci farm system, famously.
Yeah.
Which is what happened to PP as well.
Back in the fucking, during the war. Like, that's kind of crazy. Not kind of crazy. I really didn't think that he was ever, it just feels like shuffling these creative directors around, these 6 or 7 names between like all the houses is just like
the coaching carousel.
It's the new fucking sport. It's the new
for sure
reality show. And like whether Valentino will have an immediate injection of interest, especially from
come on now
the Chinese who loved Alessandro at Gucci, you know, and Valentino, like everyone else, has skewed loud. Has tried to just become like celebrity fuckers, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of big red carpet stuff. Has deviated
from. I'm not saying this is a bad thing because like you can't just stick to the OGs. You can't be a fucking foundationalist or whatever. Like the crazy MAGA guys are. They're like, the founding father said this.
Oh yeah. When you're
Federalists.
No, it's like the Constitution taking it for its
literally
words. It's like being a fundamentalist.
Yeah, a foundation. I don't know. Whatever. Someone correct us in the comments.
Proud boy.
Someone correct us in the Discord.
Very proud boy.
But yeah, so
he's gonna freak this shit. He better too because
he has to.
PP for me, I knew him for a couple things. One is that custom PP pink that he designed, right, which was everywhere. Valentino pink. He did an undercover collab, which was surprising, but like was bad, and I did not like. And then it was like, when it comes to menswear, what is Valentino been known for? It's like trash sneakers, where it's trying to be like the hype beast high fashion,
which probably sells. And like
I'm not saying it doesn't sell. I'm saying I had no interest in any of that.
Well, it feels like Valentino has never been at the forefront of the conversation, but they've certainly been there for better, for worse, and it's not the shit that we fuck with.
Right.
Where like literally the Kimye wedding back in 2016, 2015, which was honestly my last straw at Complex because I had to fucking I had to cover that shit.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
It was Memorial Day weekend. I'm like, I had to it was a beautiful day and I had to fucking be like, oh, Jaden Smith wears Batman costume.
Oh, that's right. He did do that.
Yeah. But they had like the pre-wedding brunch or the like the rehearsal dinner, whatever, at like the OG Valentino castle.
Speaking of which,
so I'm just saying that they were in bed with celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing bullshit trash sneakers. So was everybody else. It's just that Valentino never really kind of like, was like the lead pace car on that.
Right. And the menswear
was always behind like Givenchy, later Balenciaga, etc.
And the menswear definitely like didn't matter as much as the women's wear. And I guess PP has been known for really crushing it with like a lot of the celeb ambassador, like red carpet looks or dressing motherfuckers for the Met Gala, whatever. In terms of the OG Valentino, I saw this when it came out in theaters, but Valentino, The Last Emperor, is an amazing fashion doc if you want to get to know the man, the myth, the absolute fucking legend. This guy, before he passed, was like the GOAT. And the doc is incredible to just watch the most fucking flamboyant, like incredibly rich lifestyle that this guy was leading as like a living legend in the fashion community.
If you know how last year you from memory were like, yo, 2015, August 8th, go check out this fit pic I posted on Instagram. I forget what it was.
Well, I definitely. It was about Dries. I looked ahead of time, so I could date the year, not the date, the year.
So somewhere between 2013, 2015, if you want to scroll back, and I know that when we talk about our Instagram to scroll back, I know everybody wants to do it. I posted I got those trash sneakers from Valentino.
Like this, they were studded or
like
something.
They had
probably?
they had like rubber studs like on the heel.
Yeah,
and they had a heart on the back. And
so bad.
The silhouette itself wasn't that bad. It was like a kind of like a cross. It was like a trainer.
Sure,
it was like a running shoe. It kind of looked like a 990. But it was like all white. And I was at Complex, and this was like the first like expensive sneaker I got because I never got like the Rick Owens. Adidas or anything.
Did you get any Y3? Because that was my big when I got the Y3.
I got
Casas,
some Y3. I got some Y3 Casas, and then you and I went and did a video shoot from MTV2 commercial.
Oh, that's
that
right.
Never aired. And I don't know if we were together or if I just went and met some friends at the Commodore, and I left my bag at the bar that had the Casas in them.
Damn.
Yeah,
and just gone forever.
There's a photo of me wearing the Casas. This sneakerhead Jimmy.
Who invited us to that? Why did we do the commercial again?
A dude that I went to college with.
Damn, we were on set like all
Jesus
day.
Mero was on it.
Yeah, we just never made the final cut, right? The commercial came out and we were not in it, I think is what happened.
It was like
we filmed like a scripted scene.
27, 28, surrounded by a bunch of like 19-year-old thoughts.
It's like you at the mixer, bro.
And well, it wasn't like that. And they're like, yo, everyone. I mean,
no,
I was like, everyone go crazy.
You said that you were
it's like, here, yo, have a fucking inflatable killer
dolphin,
whale.
yeah.
Anyway, if you want to scroll back far enough, yeah, I have some embarrassing ass Valentino sneakers on my shit that I remembered.
I guess my final point is you're right. All the rumors can be put to bed, and I'm excited to see what Alessandro does because of how he basically flipped the Gucci codes on their head and made pretty fucking. Even if you didn't buy it,
extremely influential.
It was so influential, and that was like the #1 brand in the world because of this guy's beautiful brain. It'll be very interesting to see what he does for Valentino, specifically for us in terms of menswear, because as it stands right now, there is only room for improvement.
Dude, Alessandro, he looks so crazy whenever you like get a clear shot of his face when he's not wearing a fucking like dad hat like down to here.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks like if Adam Driver was at like Chechnya, you know, like he looks crazy.
He gets pretty good fits off. I like his look. He's like,
it's very simple. He's a ring guy.
Well, it's either insane or that like more jeans, white tee, dad cap fit.
Jeans, white tee, red flannel, dad cap.
But when he goes for it, he reminds me of the king of that, which is Galliano, which is like this motherfucker would show up to board meetings with Bernard Arnault, like looking like a pirate. And there's great quotes of Bernard Arnault being like, I can't. He's crushing. And this is obviously before the anti-Semitic fall from grace. And then obviously him, back up at Margiela, but Arnault there's some amazing quotes where he's like, Jesus fucking Christ, this goddamn fucking steampunk guy that I'm employing, but I guess he put asses in seats, so
yeah,
it is.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited. No, I'm happy because
are you really excited?
No, because Alessandro is I really respect him as a designer, and as much as I would rather see him go the independent route and hustle and grind his way like to the top like us on his own merit, with I'm sure like a little minority investment Phoebe style, it'll be cool to see Valentino become extra relevant again. All pink aside,
we'll see. Yeah. Oh, pirates, yes they rob I. All right, this has been another episode of the only podcast that matters. Shout out Bob Marley. Shout out Bob, bro.
Do you see that? You're gonna see that terrible looking biopic?
No, and you know what's interesting is I was in Jamaica when it came out, and people are very, people love Bob there. I think like he has been bastardized and like commodified, beyond fucking. It seems she's like the Rolling Stones like tongue logo or whatever. Early Bob from like the 50s and 60s is great.
Forever Zoot.
No Woman, No Cry. The live version on the Wailers Legend album is a fucking tearjerker.
Exodus, movement of drop people.
But Jamaican people were very upset that they didn't cast a Jamaican actor to play Bob.
Who's the guy? Oh, I thought it was. Oh, I'm thinking of the Michael Jackson thing where it's like his fucking cousin or his nephew or some shit.
Okay,
but so they just got a guy.
They just got a guy, and they didn't do a lot of the location shooting in Jamaica, which I think people are upset about because it's like
Ryan Gosling. This summer, Ryan Gosling is Bob Marley.
We got a minion to play Bob Marley. Yeah. It's just like it's the same fucking repeated colonizer history. Like we're gonna take your shit, like your homegrown culture, and profit off of it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, who's the new Bob? Like who is the new Bob Marley in terms of like Jamaican legend? Vibes Cartel.
Oh, free that man, though he is probably a murderer. Well, I guess no, innocent until proven guilty, so who knows?
Yeah.
Because Vibes is never getting out of jail, right?
No, so there's a huge development where he was being held in the UK, I want to say. And
Mad Ting.
He's being held in the UK in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a ruling there that said that he cannot be tried in the UK and can't be held there. And so now the trial is moving to Jamaica, where he could still get tried and convicted as guilty.
Sure.
But it is like a big step. Like he had to kind of clear these two major hurdles. And like that's one major, it's like Top Gun.
Yeah.
Miracle 1. Now all we need is a second.
How are they going to find an unbiased jury in Jamaica for Vibes Cartel?
I don't know. There's like a pretty heavy like conservative Christian population there. So
shout out to missionaries.
Yeah, maybe R. Kelly, our Grom R. Kelly, not the fucking rapist, who's just on jury duty. Inside joke for the two of us.
Yeah.
We'll go down to Jamaica and fucking join the jury there.
Final point about Bob Marley talking about how he's been bastardized, not just like culturally, but within like streetwear, like his estate. And I guess they need the money. There are so many Bob Marley collabs, like headphones, fucking sneakers. Like every 6 months, there's another and it's not ever interesting. It's just using the Jamaican colors or, whatever. And it's just like, to me, it happened so much. Like it was happening when we were working at Complex, when you were live blogging Kanye's wedding, to like still to this day, I see shit being advertised, a new release coming out. And it's like, yo,
Marley headphones were a BPMW client.
Oh my God. Right, dude. How'd those do?
I don't know. I will say there has been a.
That's right. I forgot about that.
There has been not Damien, not Ziggy. I think maybe one of their sons has like a huge song. I think his name's YG Marley.
Well, huge right now because Damian Marley is also like a living legend. And then there was
Welcome to Jamrock. Is that the outro music?
Welcome to Jamrock. That's a Nas feature, yeah? We talk about Nas a lot this week.
No, it's not. I think he's on a remix.
Oh, and then
maybe he samples. I think he samples.
And there's another great Marley son who also makes amazing music. Not Damien.
Ziggy.
No, not Ziggy either. Starts with how many?
So YG Marley, born after 9/11. Oh wait, what? Wait, what? He's the son of Lauryn Hill.
Wait, so what?
Hold on.
Okay.
He is the son of Lauryn Hill and former football player Rohan Marley, and the grandson of Bob Marley. There it is.
Okay. I think I'm the.
Damn, that's musical royalty.
I know, for real. Robbie Marley has a fucking great Robbie Marley.
If
Margot Robbie? Margot Robbie Marley. Anyway,
out for all my sons.
There it is. Robert Marley. No, this is not him. Damn. Whatever. Anyway, shout out to fucking Marley. Shout out all your headphones and sneakers.
Go listen to early Bob. Go listen to early Bob. It's fire. And beyond the back.
We could do some fucking beautiful Bob Marley outro music.
Sure, why not?
For an episode titled some fucking pun about
cookie
vaginas.
Smushy or whatever. Smushy the mushy cookie.
Mushy cookie. Gookie.
The goopy cookie. All right, this is another episode of the only podcast that matters. Thank you, Chef, for taking us out.
We'll see you guys next week.